Hi guys, this is Katie and welcome to our road trip haul video. So if you are new here, hi, my name is Katie. I am a British international school teacher. I work at a school here in Chicago in the US, and me and my husband love to go on road trips, normally wrestling related, whilst we are here living in America. So we recently went on a road trip across Indiana and Ohio. We stopped at various places on the way and ended up in Cleveland for Summerslam. So today I'm going to give you our road trip haul. Summerslam haul will be a separate video because I know that not everyone here is interested in wrestling stuff. So let's get stuck in. So the first place we went to was a place called South Bend. Now this was not too far. I think it was like 3 hours away. I want to say it was 3 hours away. But it was where, it's like, the area is called South Bend and they have a Notre Dame University in it. So the reason we were going here was to see Chelsea FC. We're Chelsea FC supporters. My husband has a season ticket and they were coming over here to play against Celtic. So we went there, but the day before the game, like our first day there, we drove down there and that night we went to see the South Bend Cubs. So the South Bend Cubs is our first minor league game that we went to, which was very exciting. We managed to get our book like stamped, which I'll explain in a minute. But it was really good fun, like a smaller stadium. If you are new here, me and my husband have an aim to try and go to all of the baseball stadiums in our lifetime. So we're working on it. We have like the Major League Baseball passport. So there's like a Facebook page that like have all of this on there as well, like all the information. But basically you go to like various validation stations in each of the stadiums and you get your book stamped. So every time we go to a new stadium, so if I just show you an example, if you go to Chicago Cubs, we actually first went there in 2014, so we got this back stamped when we got this book, but you get it stamped and then you can like make notes on what the game was like. But we've always had, when we bought it, we bought like a pack and it came with a minor league baseball book, which we have not been able to get stamped ever until now. Because we went to our first minor league game. So if I quickly show you, we went and got, so this was the Four Winds Field and we got it stamped. Stamped in for the Chicago, it's the South Bend Cubs, so they are in association with the Chicago Cubs. But yeah, I will stop talking. What else did we buy? So first of all, we went to the shop, we bought a South Bend baseball, and then when we were there, they had like a signing, a guy called Fred McGrath. He's like a Hall of Famer. I got like a signed autograph, but he was also signing baseball. So Cam ran back into the store and got a baseball and he signed the baseball as well. So that's kind of cool. That way around, maybe? Fred McGrath, there we go. We also got a magnet because we love magnets, and running theme of these trips is I got an ornament for the tree. Yeah, a little South Bend ornament. I thought that was kind of cute. Oh, and I almost forgot, I also had a margarita or something like that. Oh no, sangria, and a little mason jar as well. Okay, so then the next day we were going to the Notre Dame Stadium to see Chelsea play. Now this is the first time we've seen Chelsea play in the US. It was just a friendly, like it didn't actually count towards the Premier League. Like Cam has a season ticket, he loves Chelsea. We've always kind of go to the games whenever we're home. So it was really good fun going there. To begin with as well, because we'd signed up for like this like supporters club thing, you could go to a bar, like it was about a 20-minute walk away from the stadium, but they had like an event there and they had one of the old goalkeepers there, Carlo Cudicini. So this was the goalkeeper that Cam had watched when he was growing up, and he came and did like a little interview, and then they had a few giveaways, and then you could go and get your photo taken. So we went and got our photo taken with him, and then he was also giving away like signed autographs. So we have these. Something I will say, they obviously didn't come in these like little slips. These are little packs that we get from Amazon to take our baseball pages, because we don't take that big book into the baseball stadiums because you can't really take too much with you anyway. So we take a little book, we take like a little bag and put these little clear wallets in with the pages, and it just keeps them protected. So I'm glad that we had them because we were able to put his autograph in there. But yeah, it was good fun. we got to then walk from the bar all the way to the stadium with him, and there was like a big group of us, but it was cool, like, because we were chatting to him and like the Chelsea people that he had around him, and it was fun. We got given these like flags. These are like flags. If you go to Chelsea, like opening game or closing game, often you'll get flags like this anyway. And then we also got given, because we were like part of the crew that was walking up there, they were handing out these badges. So we were able to, it just says USA Tour on there. So that was nice, a nice little thing to get given. And then as you go into the stadium, they were also given more flags. And then whilst we were in there, they had like a load of merchandise. So Cam picked up a scarf. It has like the US Tour kind of thing on the end of it, but it also then lists all of the places. So it has this on one side, and then on the other side it lists all of the places that they were having friendlies. So that's why we kind of liked that. It was cool. And then we went back to the bar afterwards. There's a bit of a funny story with this, but I'll just give you the short version. We went back to the bar afterwards. They were meant to be doing a raffle again for some more stuff that was signed by Cudicini. They didn't end up doing it for whatever reason, but their bar was meant to be closing down the next day. We chatted to the lady because they had a cool like banner up, and we were like, where do you get something like that from here? Like, we don't know where to buy that from. And she was like, oh, you can just have it. The bar's closing tomorrow, where you can have it. So we came home with a huge Zola banner. I'm really not sure where this is going in the apartment. It doesn't fit anywhere, but I'm glad that Callum got it. Okay, so next on our trip, on the following day, we drove down to Cincinnati. So this is a city in Ohio we had never been to before. It was a place that looked kind of exciting. So we went and did a few things there. The first day, we just kind of checked in, had some dinner, chilled out, tried their local food. The next day, we went and explored. So we went to, first of all, we went to the Cincinnati Bengals Stadium. Now, it wasn't NFL season whilst we were there, so we couldn't catch a game, but we did buy a few souvenirs because we are a sucker for merchandise. We got a magnet, Cincinnati Bengals magnet, which was $5, which I kind of thought was reasonable. Also, only $4.99 was a Cincinnati Bengals like Christmas decoration. You see the theme here. I love a good Christmas decoration. And then Callum saw this, really kind of wanted it. I think he liked watching Cincinnati Bengals like on TV when we were in Thailand. We used to live in Thailand. That was always like a game that he'd end up watching just randomly. So he likes that team. So yeah, he got the mini helmet as well. He did mention wanting to collect all of these. We shall see. Then we went over to a diner that was a really cool diner. And I'd read about it online of like a good place to go and have some food, and it was like a retro diner. Didn't realise that you could also take a duck. It was a thing where you take a duck. But yeah, so they put like a big plate out of ducks, and you could choose one. So we went with a sheriff one and then an army man one, just because, I don't know, they were the most American ones there that we could choose. I think that was kind of our thought process. But yeah, look how cute they are. So then next we went to see Cincinnati Reds play at the Great American Ballpark. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the lady that signed our, stamped our thing, I was a little upset by. She originally had the wrong date and didn't notice, and then stamped everything, and then stamped things a million times, and it went through the page, and I was kind of grumpy about it. But whilst we were there, I did get an ice cream helmet. Like, I got the ice cream, so I could get the ice cream helmet. If Cam's allowed to collect the mini helmets, I'm allowed to collect the ice cream helmets. That's kind of my rule. And then he also picked up a ball as well, a Reds ball, which was $10 exactly. Oh, and also whilst we were in Cincinnati, we picked up a magnet from the Reds game as well. It just says Cincy on it, which is cool. Okay, so the next part of our trip is kind of quirky, but I'll be honest, it was like the favorite, other than SummerSlam, obviously. It was like one of my favorite places that we went to on this road trip, but also just in general. So we went to a place called Berlin in Ohio, and Berlin and the kind of towns around it are home to the largest Amish community in America. The first, like, we had 2 nights there. The first day we just checked in, we went to this Amish restaurant buffet place, which was lovely. And then we just spent the evening chilling out because everything closed early. The next day, we just went all out. We went from the morning until like 6 o'clock in the evening, going to as many of the local shops and areas as we could. So the first place we went to was a cheese factory. We watched them make the cheese, we picked up the souvenirs because that's what we do, we try the cheeses. We picked up a t-shirt, I love cheese. It just was really cute. The factory is like the logo's here. I'm not gonna butcher it. It's a Swiss factory, a Swiss cheese factory. There are quite a few cheese factories and businesses in that area that you can go around and eat to your heart's content. We just went to that one. But yeah, we picked up a butter knife thing. Is it a butter knife? I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. Maybe you put toothpicks in it. I haven't got a clue, but it was at the front desk and kind of wanted it, so we've got one of them. We also picked up magnets, a penny, look away. I'm not sure which one's for you, but we picked up some magnets, like a cheese factory one, and then this one was just so cute because it goes like this. And then the factory is on the inside. So we went to the cheese factory. Then we went to this place called Sugar Creek. Now Sugar Creek is a little town and it is known for having the largest, was it the largest? Yeah, the largest cuckoo clock in the world. And it goes off every like half an hour. It was fun, I'll put a clip in. It was a fun place. They had lots of little quirky shops around there. We went to one shop that had like a lot of carved like wood carvings and stuff like that, and in that we picked up a magnet that just says Sugar Creek. We like our magnets, can you tell? And they also had a wooden Christmas decoration. I also love, okay, so you'll see the theme. My husband buys the magnets, I get the Christmas stuff. That's literally what we do when we go on our road trips. And then also in Sugar Creek, we went to this little place that did like chocolates and bakery items, but she also had some jam. So we picked up a peach jam. Then we went to a thrift store. So when you like Google places to shop or places to go in Berlin area, it comes up with a load of different shops because it's meant to be like you go and shop by the Amish shop and stuff like that. We went to a thrift store. It was full of the people in the local community. We did get a few stares, but there was some really cool stuff that I picked up. So one of them was this Hershey's homemade cookbook. I kind of was like intrigued by it. They also had, I bought them because they were Amish, and quite frankly, they were Amish. They had two volumes of Amish cookbooks. Now when we've been to these Amish communities, we've always gone to like the local restaurants and the buffets and stuff like that, and the food's always been great. So we were like, well, let's go, let's try and make some of the food that they have there, because like their potato casserole is great, their scalloped potatoes, why not? They were like $3 each or something, and that Hershey's one was $1. I then also saw this, it was just quirky, America's Best Cookbook from 1989. Again, it was $2. I mean, it's been used, like I'm not gonna pretend that it's like brand new, it's definitely been used, but I'm intrigued by it, I bought it. Penny stopped watching or skipped this part, but my mother-in-law likes, I don't know what it's called, quilting, I guess. I don't know what it's called, sewing stuff. So we picked up her some of these. Right, we then went to the Christmas shop, which is like a huge Christmas shop, open all year round. There was some stat to it. I think it's probably the biggest Christmas shop in Ohio. I don't think it was like America, but it was cool. I have a whole video about it. Like I filmed it as a separate video for Vlogmas especially, so that will come up in December, but it is also in the road trip series. But it was cool, it was magical, it was big. But we did pick up, so we picked up some ornaments. So one of the things we picked up was this Philly cheese ornament. We went to Philadelphia in April and we had Philly cheese and we love the Philly cheese. So we got this, it was $9.95. And then we also picked up this, I thought it was really cool. It was a s'mores, like a little cute ornament. And then I stupidly sent a photo of it, also $9.95, so I sent a photo of it to my mother-in-law, like, how cute is this? I've got my Christmas ornaments. And then she was like, I want one. So I got another one for her. And by going back into the shop, because this was like an hour later, we'd gone to another store, and then she was like, I want one. So we went back to the store, and because we went back to the store, we then got another one, just like a hunting one, kind of funny. So yeah, that was what we picked up from the Christmas shop. Right, we then went to another shop in the Amish community, and it was like a warehouse type shop, and it was like a really interesting layout. It had loads of individual stores on the inside that were just like, there was no one running each of the stores, but you just bought the things and went to the front. But they had like, because they were closing down at the end of the month, and because of that, some stores were just going to be relocating somewhere else, but some of them were fully closing. So they had a huge sale on of like, you could get things dirt cheap. So we picked up quite a few like Christmas and like more like Halloween stuff actually, but also just some random stuff. So the first thing I'm going to just show you now, because it's huge, is a Pepsi sign. So it was $9.99, but it was actually reduced to $5. Cam loves Pepsi Cola. Well, he likes Coca-Cola or Pepsi. He just likes all this retro stuff. So we have one of them. There was like a little store that had sauces. So we got like a peach barbecue sauce. This was $6.49. I also got myself a little snowman for Christmas. I picked this up for $4.99. It was on sale, like a thankful ceramic pumpkin. I also picked up this for $1. Actually, yeah, $1 it was. Just this little, I thought it was kind of cute. I don't know. I like these things. A little lantern. It was $3.99, but it was on that 50% off of things. So it was only $2. This was $3.99. They also had these wooden cutouts, and there was like a harvest seasonal one. So I thought, let's get that. That'd be cute. We also picked up these 2 decorations. They have them on all the houses in the Amish community, so we thought they were nice. The last shop we went to was like a vintage shop, and we picked up this ridiculous jar. It is a Coca-Cola, like I said, my husband likes Coca-Cola branded stuff. It is made out of glass. It is Coca-Cola. Because we drove, we were able to buy it, because if we were flying, there was no way we could have done it. But yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it. I'm not sure if he actually wants to drink out of it. It looks pretty old, and yeah, but we're gonna give it a good clean, and it's a decoration probably, so yeah. And then the last place we went to was Cleveland. So we did go to Cleveland for SummerSlam, and we had an amazing few days. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I loved SummerSlam this year. We did actually go to SummerSlam in Detroit last year. And if you were around during that time on this channel, it was at a time when we were meant to be moving to another country and it didn't work out. So it was a really stressful time, but SummerSlam was epic. This SummerSlam still topped it though. Like, it was incredible. I really, really had a great time at SummerSlam. And we bought a lot of merchandise. We met a few people. We went to WrestleCon, and I will put that all in a different haul video, just because I know that not everyone is here for like the wrestling content. But we did spend a bit more time in Cleveland after SummerSlam. So SummerSlam was on the Saturday, we didn't leave till the Tuesday. So we had some time to just kind of chill out and do a few things in the city. And we did buy a few bits of merchandise from that. So I will show you them. So the first thing we did do, we went to the Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think that's what it's called. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is what it's called. It was a really interesting museum, exhibition place. Had lots of like artifacts from musical history. They had like a load of coasters for $3, and we use coasters all the time. I just realized that my husband, the Coca-Cola thing, like, I'm using his desk to film this. This is his current coaster on his desk. This is the coaster that he bought. It's fun, it's like the same. But this is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Coca-Cola coaster. He also got the Cleveland, like a Cleveland one that looks like this. He got another one, and another one, and another one. So yeah, we got quite a few of them. We also picked up a magnet, a Cleveland Rock and Roll magnet. And then they also have this cool section, and annoyingly they kind of bent into place a little bit, where you make a band sticker yourself. So we, of course, we did a creative travel guide one, and then we did like another creative travel guide music tour one, like band stickers, and then we had one is like our name as well. So, and then we also did buy a guitar, like a stand-up guitar. So it comes in like a guitar case, and it's like a little mini guitar in there as well, which is kind of cute. We then also went to the Cleveland Guardians game at the Progressive Field. Another stadium ticked off for us. Let me get my book. We got this stamped as well. And we also picked up a few things. So we have got the Progressive Field Cleveland ball. And they also have this ball here, which we hadn't seen before in any of the other stadiums. It was a ball that has all of the logos on it, which kind of makes sense for us because we are trying to go to the mall. So we got that. We also picked up a magnet, the Cleveland Guardians magnet, souvenir drinks. So we had those. They didn't have the ice cream, you know, like the little ice cream bucket that I like to collect. They didn't have it, but they did have the nachos. So we have got a nacho helmet. So yeah, that was our shopping haul from our road trip. So like everything we bought other than wrestling stuff on our trip. I hope you like this video and you find these interesting. If you do, let me know and I will do more than when we go away. But yeah, it was a great trip. Really enjoyed it. Highlights was definitely the Amish community and of course SummerSlam. I will get this video up, and then the next video will be my SummerSlam haul video. So if you are interested in the wrestling content, then that will be coming up next in a few days. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about our trip and our time here living in Chicago and the US, and I shall see you very soon, guys. Bye.